I got wind of your new project coming out,
Yeah.
Sonic Universe.
Yep.
And this is something that you put together with Mike Orlando on the Shiprocked cruise. Is that correct?
That's right. We were on Shiprock in like 2018, and we were both stowaways. And so I got a chance to see him play, and I was of course blown away by his mastery of the guitar. And so I just struck up a conversation. My then manager introduced us, and we talked a little bit. Had a really good time. And before we got off the boat, we pledged to get together and do some writing. And he invited me over to his place. He lived in Staten Island. He lives in Staten Island. I went to his place, and we did some writing, and we got this thing together. We kept going. Then the pandemic hit, and we got back to it. It was a thing.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm stoked you guys are doing it. I got the record sent to me. I know it's coming out May 10th.
Yes.
So everyone will go check that out when it comes out. I'm listening through this, man. I mean, you've always been with great players throughout your career, going back to Living Color and everything,
Right.
and the different members that are coming in and out of there. You got in addition to Mike Orlando, I'm looking at it right now. You got Taekwon, Jackson, and Booker King. They all
Right.
sound amazing on this record, man. I'm listening to it. It's like it's still got it's got your voice, so that's always going to be something that's familiar for the listener.
Right.
But I mean, this is like really progressive rock in it, right? I
Mm.
mean, it's
Yeah.
really progressive. I mean, you guys have you've always been in projects like that, going back, again, and it's always been progressive with a little bit of funk and stuff. This is almost like a shit, man, like a Dream Theater meets Living Color to me.
Yeah. It's basically, you know, um, Adrenaline Mob meets Living Color. You know
Right.
what I mean? And any Adrenaline Mob stuff, it's like fucking Jesus Christ. It spits rivets, as they say. And my influence is a little different, and it gives a chance for Mike to really sort of stretch out as a guitar player and as a producer and as an arranger and everything else that he did on this record. He did everything but sing my parts. And it's amazing to hear. It's a testament to his abilities.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he sounds amazing on it. Yeah, he did. He was with the Adrenaline Mob, a friend of mine who helped us out years ago. Mike Portnoy was in there with him, so I'm a little familiar with him from that. But again, the musicality. I mean, just going into like the last couple of songs, we'll start there. We'll kind of Tarantino this a little bit if you don't mind.
Okay.
But you got "I Want It All" and "Beautiful Disunity." Both of
Right.
these songs are very like prog rock to me. They're just going all out. I had a couple questions for you though, more specifically. We'll get into everybody else playing on there. What is your vocal range at right now, man? Because you like fucking are soaring on these songs.
I don't know.
Were you classically trained? Do you do vocal lessons, stuff like that, or like what's your
I've been taking
process?
lessons my whole life. Yeah. I've been singing since I was about 6 years old. And I've been in choirs and stuff like that, but I've had a vocal coach my whole career with Living Color, at least. From the beginning of Living Color, I've had a vocal coach. His name is Greg Drew.
Okay, and you never talk about the notes of like how high you're going or anything like that. It's just all ear.
Whatever I can get to that day is what it is.
Well, damn, it sounds fucking high as fuck. And then
Yeah.
and then going into the musicality again, everyone's just like, I mean, those two songs in particular. I mean, the whole album's like this, but like those songs in particular, you've got vocal solos, you got guitar solos, drum solos, bass solos, and sometimes it's all happening at the same fucking time.
Yeah, isn't that fun? That's the fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, is it just when you guys put together this project? We already talked about Shiprocked and talked about it. What was the goal in mind? Is it just to have fun and like just create the music and have fun, or is there some kind of business acumen? Is there some kind of goal in there that you guys have specifically discussed?
No, we're having a good time. Wanted to see what would happen if the two of us got together and we made something. What would that look like? And we liked what we liked. We liked what we saw, and heard. You know, the first song we got together, and the first song we wrote was "I Am," which is the first song on the record.
Right. Great song.
And it was like, well, this is good. What can we do next? And we did more, and Higher came out of it. Mike wanted to do something that has a little gospel thing connected to it, and that's sort of like my wheelhouse. And Taekwon is from Sworn Enemies, drummer from Sworn Enemy.
Right.
But before that, he played in his mother's church, so he knows that kind of thing. So it kind of organically sort of came together, and it worked. And we kept going. Every time we got something done, it's like, oh, that's good. Let's see what else we can do. What else is next? What else can work? And again, my hat goes off to Mike, because he comes up with these riffs and these grooves that are like, Jesus, like the fuck. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible.